Anger of fire, fire of speech, breath of knowledge, render us free from harm. Return to us the innocence that once we knew. Complete the circle. Make us at one with nature and the elements. It is time.
Brilliant. Possible to move. Energy. Force. Sucking. Change. Changing.
What's happened? Are you okay, Matt?
It's gone. There's a blank wall. I can't get through anymore.
Well, try. You must keep trying.
It's no good. Sandra seems to have stopped feeling.
Stopped feeling? Well, what's happened to her?
We've lost them.
Welcome to you both. How do you feel?
Feel? I feel light, powerful, whole.
And happy?
Happy? Oh, yes. So happy. So happy.
Of course. Now that you have given, now that you are only good, now you can be happy. Now you are happy ones. Go now and take your place. Go now and give your thanks. Go now and be happy.
Promised they'd drop in on their way home for a nightcap.
They'll come. Pity I didn't use something of Margaret's for my psychometric bit. Might have learnt more through her than through Sandra.
Learned or imagined?
I was right about the supernova, wasn't I? The broken amulets gave me that. And I was right about the doctor. The night he left his gloves behind, and the next day he'd changed.
You think the same thing's happened to the girls?
I'm sure it has.
Yes, but what? What happened after you lost contact?
Such power. White. Brilliant. Impossible to move. Energy. Force. Sucking. Change. Changing. Ah,
What's happened? Are you okay, Matt?
it's gone. There's a blank wall. I can't get through anymore.
Well, try. You must keep trying.
It's no good. Sandra seems to have stopped feeling.
Stopped feeling? Well, what's happened to her?
We've lost them.
What's all this? A seance? Oh, you two look as though you've seen a ghost.
Am I glad to see you?
Are we glad to see you? Where's Sandra?
In bed, I hope.
So, how was dinner at the big house?
Oh, I didn't go.
You didn't go.
I had a couple of boiled eggs instead.
You didn't go to Hendrik's house?
I don't know anybody who has, apart from you. I was looking forward to it in a strange kind of way.
You were both invited to dinner. Why didn't you go?
Sandra wasn't feeling too well. I thought an early night was called for. So I sent my apologies to Hendrik. But I couldn't pass up your kind offer, could I? Cheers.
I don't understand. When you left here, you were on your way to Highfield House.
Yes, but she'd been feeling queasy all day.
So you really didn't go?
Don't you believe me?
Yes, yes, of course, of course.
Which leaves me with egg on my face. I'm sorry about all that, Dad. Good night.
Yes, good night, Matt.
Margaret, if... I'm glad you didn't go. Really.
Good night, Matthew. What was all that about? Egg on his face.
Listen.
Such power. White. Brilliant. Impossible to move. Energy. Force. Sucking. Change. Changing.
Margaret. Margaret?
Don't worry, Adam. I'm all right. I'm perfectly happy.
Leaving? What do you mean, leaving? I never heard the like.
Afraid so, Mrs. C.
But you seem so sad here. Working so hard you were. Enjoying yourself.
We still need breakfast. How about 2 of your specials to send us on our way?
You'll never believe me, Master Matthew. Tell your father he doesn't want to go. You tell him not to leave Millbury.
I'd like sausages and tomatoes with my eggs, and some fried bread, please. And some of that chocolate cake if there's any left.
Sounds good. Twice, please, Mrs. Crabtree. You can have my cake, Matt.
Thanks. Our room's packed, empty. Apart from the one thing we've forgotten.
Which is?
The one thing that brought us here, I'm beginning to think. The painting, Quod non est.
Oh, yes, of course, the painting. It's over at the museum. We left it over there when we took it from Margaret to look at.
I'll trot across and get it. Tell Mr. Scratcher I'll be 5 minutes. I'll return this at the same time. Sandra?
Matt, waiting for me?
Hi. This is at our place. I thought I'd swap it for my painting.
There it is. I looked everywhere. Thanks, Matt. You can pick up the painting on the way home from school.
I'm not going to school. I'm taking the day off to help Dad. Is your mother in? I'll get it now.
No, she's out. Look, I'll be late.
You said the church was locked, not used. What was Mr. Hendrick doing in there?
I don't know. It's his church. I must rush.
Sandra? Goodbye.
Not goodbye, Matt. We'll see you soon.
Where's Matthew?
He went across to your place.
To fetch this? I thought he'd forget it, so I brought it over.
Why?
Why what?
Why did you think he'd forget it?
Well, he hadn't been to fetch it. And I didn't want to miss you. You're leaving today, right?
Who told you that?
You are leaving? Oh, Adam, stop playing games. Are you leaving or aren't you?
Coffee? Another cup, please, Mrs. Crabtree.
Oh, Master Matthew, is it? Oh. Welcome, Mrs. Smiles. And how do you feel today?
She feels very happy, Mrs. Crabtree. She's been a lot happier with a cup of coffee.
Good morning, Matthew. How do you like my little secret toys? Now, what are you doing here?
Mr. Hendrick, I've got to get back. My father's waiting for me. I haven't had breakfast yet.
Ah, the estimable Mrs. Crabtree. Bacon, egg, and tomato, no doubt. And chocolate cake? Don't go just yet. I think you owe me an explanation. Now, what were you looking for? Well?
I was trespassing.
Patently, but why?
I thought this was just a church.
Just a church. Just a place of worship. Oh, perhaps it is. You know what this is, of course?
Yes, a computer.
A computer. I like to keep in touch, plotting the course of the stars, predicting positions at any given time. Electronics, magnetism, power. What else has man ever worshipped but power?
Knowledge. Knowledge and truth.
Ah, so that's your excuse. The reason why man continues to pry, to extend the narrow limits of his comprehension, to reach for the stars. But one cannot grasp the ungraspable. There are certain stars that will never be reached. Come, I'll take you to your father.
Dad, Mr. Hendrick.
Don't let me disturb you. Just wanted to see that this rascal got back to you in time.
What's he been up to?
Oh, no doubt he'll tell you himself. So, you're going. Leaving us.
Who told you that?
I thought you had a big program of research.
I had.
You feel you know all you need to know about Milbury, hmm?
All I need to know. Yes, perhaps I do.
Then I can't persuade you to remain.
Afraid not.
I'm truly sorry about that. To be honest, I've taken a great liking to you two. I had hoped that once you'd settled down, we could have become, well, closer. People of your ability will be needed here in the future. There's a great deal to be achieved. Not only here in the village, but soon outside the circle.
Yes. That's what worries me. The extension of your work here. A world empty of feeling.
You're an intelligent man, Adam. Stay and help me in my work. You'll not regret it.
No, we're away.
What is your work, Mr. Hendrick?
Matt, stay out of this.
Father to the village? Squire? No, it's more than that. You see yourself as a high priest here, don't you?
Matt.
Let him go on.
What I want to know is why? Why do you need to be surrounded by a mindless congregation? Why did I have to be brainwashed into accepting you?
It's not me they're accepting.
What, then?
Their own happiness.
There can be no happiness without free will.
They have to be shown the way.
But first they have to be blindfolded so they can't see where they're going.
I'm leading them. They're in safe hands.
Come on, Matt, it's time to go.
Must keep going.
Just like Dr. Lyle. This is the way Dr. Lyle came. Dad? 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 You all right? Where are we?
We hit a sarsen. There was a stone in the middle of the road.
Not a stone. No. It wasn't a stone.
We couldn't have missed it. And travelling at that speed.
It was grey, like a stone. But it was human. But not human. It was enormous. It was her.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
That's what Dr. Lyle saw. It was her. But huge. Unearthly.
It's a delusion.
Mrs. Crabtree. Could it be?
Ah, my sleeping guest's awake. And how are we? The good Dr. Lyle seemed to think that you showed no sign of hurt. I trust he was correct in his assessment.
How did we come to be here, Hendrik?
Well, fortunately, Link here, returning from a shopping expedition, came across your car at the entrance to Linnet Avenue. You were both apparently unconscious. Fumes, do you imagine? Carbon monoxide from a damaged exhaust.
No, I think it was simpler than that. I think we lost our way.
Is that possible in Milbury?
No, not geographically. I think we missed the turning. The time turning. We failed to get through to our present.
Dear me. Would you care for Link to contact Dr. Lyle? Perhaps he could take another look at you.
We seemed to crash into something. And I was doing 40 miles an hour. There was no way I could avoid it. And we hit an obstacle. And then I blacked out.
That's exactly what happened.
Take a look out of the window, Matthew. Your car, wholly undamaged.
Dad, he's right.
Now, how about telling Dr. Lyle about these hallucinations of yours?
Keep your doctor, Mr. Hendrik.
Oh, Adam.
Matthew was close to the truth this morning, wasn't he? But you're not really a priest, are you? How do you see yourself? As a magus?
Get out. You're going too far, too fast, my dear Adam. There are aspects that even I find difficult to understand. Your own arrival, for instance.
Just get us out of here. That's all we ask of you.
Magus.
Yes, magus indeed. Scholar-magician leading his people to beauty and truth.
You are wrong. Not even halfway right, Professor Brake. But how uncivil of me. You must both want to freshen up. I'll leave the tray. I'm sorry you missed our little celebration this afternoon. We had one of our Morris dances. But don't worry, there'll be another one tomorrow. Dinner will be in about 55 minutes. That's it, 55 minutes.
So they've had another happy day dance. That would have been for Margaret and Sandra.
Yes, and tomorrow's will be for us.
Dad, there's no way out of the circle. Di told me there's no way out until the stones release us.
Mumbo jumbo.
We're in a now that's parallel to our own, a time shift that's caused by the energies received here in the circle. We must keep our sanity, use our knowledge and our understanding to reverse the situation, get back into our own time.
But how? Escape from the circle by reversing the effects of this psychic power?
Or disconnecting it. There must be a way.
There's no escape from the circle.
I don't believe it. If there's a way in, there's a way out.
There's the sanctuary. It may not be a way out. It's supposed to be a place of safety.
Gotta get there first.
Well, it's inside the stones. There's nothing to stop us.
Nothing? There is.